Welcome. I am Emir, and let's look back in hindsight. Before I continue, I would like to thank Craig A. Chicoin of the Edgar's Electric Dreams website and Facebook page, and to the Electric Dreams Revisited Facebook group. Many of the behind-the-scenes info I will be talking about today came from them. Everyone knows the song Together in Electric Dreams. We'll always be together, however far it seems. We'll always be together, together in electric dreams. Actually, no, not everyone knows about it. Not exactly, at least not by its title. I sang this at a videoke sesh with friends, and one of them was surprised. So that's it. Okay, something is lost in translation. Sabi niya sa Filipino, yan pala yun. But, did you know the movie which used this song and for which it was written? Of course not. I'm a weird guy. I like movies people I know have never seen. But also, this movie flopped hard. Introducing Electric Dreams, a quote-unquote fairy tale for computers. To be more precise, this is a love triangle between two people and a computer. Not the first time I've talked about sentient technology. And spoilers, it won't be the last. Electric Dreams is very dear to my heart. You know, I can review it and gush about how much I love it. Just like what I did in my review of Back to the Future Part 3. But one, there are a lot of reviews of Electric Dreams already. I'm not talking about press reviews. I'm talking about YouTube videos. Even Siskel and Ebert's review from the film's release in 1984 is available on YouTube. Please check the movie out. True, the Together in Electric Dreams music video perfectly summarizes the movie. And one half of that video is just the ending scene. But you're missing out on a whole lot. Please watch Electric Dreams and tell me in the comment section of the YouTube page of this video what you thought about it. 2. I want to do something different. I want to talk about how music can not only help the story of a movie, but more importantly, show it. A problem I had with Electric Dreams was its overuse of music video-like montages in the first 2/3 of the movie. After all, this came out while MTV was new. Meanwhile, the last third of the movie is for me its most emotional part and my favorite for one reason: opting for a traditional score. But then, I watched Sideways' video, why the soundtrack to Shrek is actually genius. And I had a rethink. Would Electric Dreams have worked if it did not overuse music videos to begin with? If it just stuck to a typical movie score all the way? If pop songs were nowhere to be heard? Let's talk about how Electric Dreams came to be. Producer and writer Rusty Lemorande was working as production assistant on Damien-Omen 2 in 1978 when he first conceived the story of Electric Dreams. He says, and I quote, "I was riding the Chicago subway, watching a small child playing with a speak and spell and ignoring his mother. This seemed rather absurd to me at the time. A device created to help a child communicate with other people was instead blocking communication at the moment. That child on the subway stuck in my mind. Several years later, Lemorande found himself in a similar circumstance shortly after moving to Los Angeles or Los Angeles. I don't know, depends on who is speaking. I quote him again. I was in an unfamiliar city and had just bought my first computer. I knew very few people there. So when I came in from work at night, I found myself learning about the machine, working on programs, and playing games. Soon, I realized that my computer was serving as a replacement for all the friends I had left behind. Modern technology was getting in the way of human relations. End quote. Just to be clear, Lemorande was not talking about Lockdown 2020. He was talking about the distant past. To pitch Electric Dreams, Lemorande assembled a tape of existing musical numbers to illustrate the level of songwriters and performers he hoped would be attracted to the film, particularly Jeff Lynne of the Electric Light Orchestra and Giorgio Moroder. Lemorande himself reached out to both Lynne and Moroder. Lemorande and Lynne had never met before, so Lynne was not keen on reading Lemorande's screenplay. But Lemorande's gentle insistence led Lynne to agree reluctantly. Lemorande said, "And, well, you know the drill. In all honesty, I wasn't sure I'd ever hear from him." But less than 2 days after he had received the script, Jeff called me to tell me how much he loved the film and to ask if we would allow him to write all the music for it. Needless to say, I was very happy. End quote. Meanwhile, Boy George and the Culture Club, as well as Heaven 17, became involved with Electric Dreams thanks to the involvement of Virgin Pictures and its president, Richard Branson, who is the executive producer of the movie. At the time, the mentioned performers were recording under the Virgin Records label. All the artists involved had similar reactions to the screenplay as Lynne did. Yet, since Edgar was crafted to have an eclectic or varied or broad personality, no one musical artist would be able to represent him completely. This didn't stop any of the artists from making as many contributions to the filmmakers as the latter could be persuaded to listen to. More on the music later. Someday, I'd like to do a review of the soundtrack album. But, let's see how this video does first. Hopefully, well. I've mentioned the screenplay and the music. But what about the music video-like style of the first 2/3 of the movie? Now, we turn to the director, Steve Barron. Electric Dreams is his first movie outing after directing a lot of iconic music videos. Wikipedia has a list of those he directed, both before and after this movie. And according to Todd in the Shadows, and I quote, he also directed the first Ninja Turtles movie and managed to not turn them into aliens. But I digress. End quote. You can watch Todd's video if you want to know more about Steve Barron's music video work. I'll be limiting my discussion here on Electric Dreams. it was a nice step for Barron to try filmmaking. There's a very real danger when a person does not step out of their comfort zone and does not try something new. And that's called turn, 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 turn. Barron said, and I quote, "The fact that there's so much music has to do with the success of Flashdance. This film isn't Flashdance 2. Flashdance worked because of the dancing. It didn't have a story. Electric Dreams does." End quote. Barron also said, music is the bridge between man and machine in the film, and is the device Edgar uses to communicate his feelings throughout the story as he changes and grows. End quote. Before I give my thoughts on the movie, let's see what other people have said about it. Gary Arnold of the Washington Post wrote, and I quote, "This is the first feature film directed by Barron. A mere 27? A mere 27? I think Arnold meant a mere 27-year-old. Anyway, he got his training and reputation in rock videos, peaking with Michael Jackson's Billie Jean. This background shows, in both its advantageous and disadvantageous aspects. The composition is often sparkling, and the camera work nimble. But this very dexterity also calls attention to the dopiness of the romantic leads. It's difficult to feel that the actors are getting a square deal when handed low-tech characterizations and asked to play second fiddle to a high-tech prop." End quote. Lawrence Van Gelder of the New York Times, not under a paywall this time. No wonder the fourth estate is dying. Anyway, Van Gelder wrote, and, well, you know the drill. In its efforts to attract a wide audience, Electric Dreams taps not only the computer craze, but also draws upon a score by Giorgio Moroder, songs by such pop attractions as Culture Club, Heaven 17, and Jeff Lynne, music by Tchaikovsky and Bach, the principal plot element of Cyrano de Bergerac, the physical attractions of San Francisco, or San Francisco, depending again on who's speaking, and a dedication to the memory of the early computer Univac 1. In the failure of Electric Dreams to blend and balance its ingredients properly, plot elements are lost, the brick, credibility is overtaxed, the lovelorn computer, and what remains is high-tech without being high art. End quote. David Sterritt of the Christian Science Monitor wrote, "What keeps it moving after a fashion are the non-stop shenanigans of the camera, which rolls and swoops and glides every which way, in time to mostly awful pop music. There has been some positive critical response to Electric Dreams on the ground that visuals are the essence of cinema, and snazzy ones should be welcome, even when they lack any semblance of logic. I'll go so far as to say that director Steve Barron, a veteran maker of rock videos, has obvious energy and ambition, and that he may do something impressive when he learns to harness those qualities and finds a halfway decent script. As for Electric Dreams though, mere movement does not a movie make. And if the screenwriters of Hollywood can't invent more clever high-tech stories than this, and its comedy cousin Best Defense, here's hoping the next fan comes along very soon End quote. But there was also positive feedback on this quote-unquote fairy tale for computers. In 2009, Liz Beardsworth on Empire wrote, and ditto. Barron, who directed AHA's groundbreaking Take On Me video, scores by playing a daft story totally straight, while sequences where computer Edgar plays along with Madsen's cellist are still surprisingly exhilarating. End quote. Lawrence Kirkblade of the Los Angeles Times wrote 8 years after Electric Dreams was released to theaters. 8 years? Was Electric Dreams re-released to cinemas? Credit also belongs to director Steve Barron, who skillfully marries the motion picture with the rock video here. Giorgio Moroder's pulsating score and 9 original rock songs keep the pace lively and upbeat. The colorful computer sequences are ideally suited for the screen and are in fact best enjoyed on a big screen with stereo sound. Unfortunately, Electric Dreams has another thing in common with most rock videos. It's strong on music and visual effects, while somewhat lacking in story development. Barron, who later directed Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, makes Edgar's humanization believable, and the romance between Miles and Madeline is charming if not moving. But the rest of the plot could use a little charging up. End quote. And people wrote, director Steve Barron resists the temptation to make this a 96-minute MTV special, taking time to develop the strange triangular relationship. Barron does dip into his video repertoire though, synchronizing explosive video effects with an equally slick soundtrack. End quote. What are my thoughts on Electric Dreams? I'll give you time to watch it if you haven't seen it yet, or to rewatch it so that we're all on the same page. When did you first watch this movie? What are your thoughts about it? What is your favorite scene? Who is your favorite character? Please comment on the YouTube page of this video. I'd like to know what you have to say. Please like, share, subscribe, and ring the bell to be instantly notified when my next video on Electric Dreams and other episodes of In Hindsight / Balik Tanaw come out. Please support the show on Patreon, just like the people whose names appear on the right. Patrons get early access to videos, see their names and get a shout out, and may request reviews. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Stay safe and take care.